Once upon a time, in the middle of a cheerful little town, there stood a bright and colorful animal hospital. The walls were painted with sunshine yellow and sky blue, and everywhere you looked there were happy posters that said things like "Stay strong" and "Get well soon." Even the windows were shaped like clouds, so the whole hospital felt more like a playground than a place for medicine. Inside this hospital worked the kindest and funniest doctor anyone could imagine, a clever monkey named Doctor Momo. Dr. Momo wore a shiny white coat, big round glasses that sometimes slipped down his nose, and a stethoscope that swung around his neck like a necklace. He was loved by all the animals, not only because he was good at healing but because he always made everyone laugh, even when they were worried about injections or medicine. One bright morning, a little mouse named Mimi came into the hospital. She was wearing her favorite red frock with tiny white dots, and she walked with quick little steps, her whiskers twitching nervously. "Dr. Momo," she squeaked, "do I really need an injection today?" Dr. Momo smiled warmly. "Yes, Mimi, just a tiny one. It will keep you healthy and strong. Don't worry, I'm very gentle." But Mimi was a dramatic little mouse. As soon as she saw the syringe, her eyes grew wide, her paws flew up to her cheeks, and she shouted at the top of her voice, "Hui Hui Hui." The sound echoed through the hospital halls like a trumpet. All the posters seemed to laugh along with her. Dr. Momo chuckled, gave her the tiniest injection, and before he could even say, "All done," Mimi had already dashed across the room. She ran in circles with a big grin on her face, no longer afraid, but pretending as if she had just survived the biggest adventure of her life. Watching all of this was her cousin, Max the mouse. Max wore a bright red shirt and neat blue pants, and he had come to support Mimi. But instead of cheering, he stood there with his mouth open in surprise. Then he started giggling so hard that he almost fell off his chair. "Mimi," he said between laughs, "you sounded like a fire alarm." "Hui Hui Hui." Mimi puffed up proudly. "Well, it worked, didn't it? I didn't even feel the needle." Dr. Momo laughed too, shaking his head. "You mice are full of surprises," he said, putting away his syringe. But the funniest part of the day was yet to come. Max, who had been so amused, didn't realize that it was also his turn for a little injection. "Me?" he squeaked, pointing at himself in disbelief. Dr. Momo nodded kindly. "Yes, Max. It's only fair. You need one too." Now Max wasn't nearly as brave as he thought he was. When Dr. Momo approached with the syringe, Max's whiskers quivered, and he shuffled backward on his little feet. "I'm not ready. Maybe tomorrow. Or the day after tomorrow," he cried. But before he could escape, Mimi clapped her paws and said with a mischievous grin, "I'll help, doctor. Let me do it. Doc."